It's time to meet the starting five for your Chicago Bulls. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 4 inches, number 35, Isaac Okoro. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 14, Manas Kuceres. A 6'10" center, number 9, Nikola Vucevic. At guard, 6'5", number 0, Kobe White. At the point guard position, standing 6'8", number 3, Josh Giddey. Your Chicago Bulls head coach is Billy Donovan. Another round of applause for your Chicago Bulls.
And the starting group for the Celtics. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Jaylen Brown is out there with Sam Hauser. And it's Queta in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for Chicago, White and Okoro are the wings. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Buzelis. And it's Giddey in at the point guard position. Well, Grant, we've got a treat tonight. These are two of the best offenses in the league.
Yeah, B.A., you know, one thing they have in common, they make smart decisions with the ball. And, of course, they know how and when to attack. I think we'll get some high IQ hoops here tonight.
Now here's Vucevic. The bank shot, no good. The steal. Okoro outside. Pass to Vucevic. Chicago passing it around. Vucevic, a screen on White. It's White with a drive. And he jams it home with authority.
Well, at first, White shows the burst. Then, the control off the drive.
And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Just a bit ago, Billy Donovan and I were able to chat. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Tries a 10-footer, and no good, trying to use the glass.
I think he got the shot he wanted inside, but somewhere on the play, he just lost focus.
They set the screen. Here's Hauser. They get it again. Queta. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Now here's White. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 5. The fadeaway. Okoro, the defensive effort.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
It's Giddey on the wing. Here's White. Picked by Vucevic. White, the pass to Vucevic. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
After setting a strong screen, the ball goes to Vucevic, and he makes a play.
Well, Stan, Joe Mazzulla's a young head coach taking over on the Celtics bench in 2022.
Well, B.A., he's got a rare intensity about him. Certainly not afraid to think outside the box, and obviously the results speak for themselves.
The Bulls have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Outside Giddey. White against White. Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. And Don C is here tonight in Chicago. No surprise there.
Yeah, not at all. A Chicago native who has actually joined the Bulls as a creative strategy and design advisor. His success as a sportswear brand creator and lifelong Bulls fan has given him such a cool role.
Now here's White. Outside, Brown. Pass to Hauser. Beyond the arc. He's rebounded by Okoro.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Buzelis. Now Vucevic. Defended by Hauser. The kick out to White. Fires the three. Outside Giddey. Outside White. Giddey against White. And it's Giddey missing. Boston's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Here's Pritchard. Queta controls the rebound and the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Outside White. Back to Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Fader on the way. Hauser grabs the board.
The fall away, upping the degree of difficulty. You wonder if perhaps they could have gotten a better look.
White, good.
I like that from White. Attack in the heart of that defense.
Here's White, following the bucket by Boston. Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Okoro. White looking it over. Here's Buzelis. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And again, Chicago, no good. Outside Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. Hauser, that's good.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The Bulls trail by 4. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
It's time to get loud for your incredible.
Walsh checked in for Boston.
Number 27, Jordan Walsh.
Pass to White. Okoro on the wing. No points yet. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Outside Pritchard. There's the three. A nice shot by Walsh.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Buzelis. Okoro outside. Pass to White. 5 to shoot. The 3-ball. And Pritchard pulls it down. And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. The motor of Kobe White. Grant seems to be ready to run the entire game and then some.
Oh, totally, B.A. For someone who is quick and can jump and has a strong handle, he's got plenty of stamina. And as a guard, you trust Kobe will make those effort plays.
Brown can't hit. The Bulls trail by 5. To the middle. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by Okoro.
Oh, nice touch on the inside play by Buzelis, adjusting from close range.
Now here's Brown. Guarded by Okoro. Here's White. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Giddey with a screen on White. Pass to Buzelis. Outside Giddey. Lets it go from deep. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Outside, Brown. They set the pick. Over Okoro. Another one falls for Boston.
And that's good decision-making by Brown in the pick and roll. He'll make the right read more often than not.
Okoro outside. Pass to Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Outside White. Left side Giddey. Now Vucevic. The rebound, Celtics. Kid has got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to Brown. Here's Walsh. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Bulls trail by 7. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Giddey with a screen on White. White against White. Picked by Vucevic. Puts it up from the high post. White can't hit. Celtics lead by 7. Pass to Pritchard. Back to Brown. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Williams is checked in for Okoro, and it's Jones in for White. Boston also changing it up. Tillman's checked in for Queta. Boucher comes in for Brown, and Anthony Simons subbed in for Pritchard. White can't hit.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Jones, a pass to Giddey. To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And Vucevic slams it in.
Yeah, I just love the game of Giddey. Looks for others first. A great guy to play with.
Pass to White. Boucher a screen on Giddey. To the inside. And stolen by Williams. Outside Giddey. A minute 39 left in the first quarter here. Out left to the wing. Three-pointer, Vucevic. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Vucevic has got 7.
Working it to Vucevic, and he does not hesitate.
White with a screen on Jones. And here's Simons outside. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Giddey with it. Now guarded by White. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said, JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Brian, back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. So it's Boston now. Chicago making their last shot. Boucher a screen on Jones. Jones against Simons. That one drops for him. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Some guts. Simons finishing his strength.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside, Williams. Here's Jones. He's scoreless. Pass to Vucevic. And his 4th make of the day in 10 tries.
Well, offensively, that's what you want to get. Vucevic from point-blank range.
Simons, right side. Down low, Tillman. And the layup is good off the glass.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics out in front. They're up by 2. And quarter number 2 will get underway just after this short break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Kevin Huerter out there with Trey Jones. Then it's Patrick Williams. Then it's Smith. And it's Dosunmu in at small forward. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Simons against Smith. And it's Simons missing.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
The Celtics shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Outside Pritchard, pass to Tillman, inside, and stolen by Huerter. Dosunmu for 3. He's in his comfort zone, 2 for 2 to start this one. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
4 on the clock. Here's Simons. Again, the miss by Boston.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option.
Jones, his shot is good.
Jones gutting it out in close.
Celtics trail by 5. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trey Jones. That's his first foul of the game. For Chicago, Okoro is checked in for Dosunmu. White comes in for Huerter. And it's Josh Giddey in for Jones.
Kobe White. Josh Giddey.
Pass to Pritchard. Boucher a screen on Giddey. Here's Pritchard. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Outside Giddey. Now Williams. Outside White. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Walsh.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
On the wing, Simons. Guarded by Okoro. Okoro, the defensive effort. Chicago leading by 5. Pass to Williams. And here's Giddey. Williams with the screen. Simons against Giddey. Shoots over Simons. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Tillman passes to Pritchard. Back to Tillman. And that one's good.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, Giddey passes to Smith. Chicago passing it around. Pass to Williams. And Boston with some changes. Brown, he's checked in for Walsh. And it's White in for Simons.
Celtics substitution, Jaylen Brown, Derek White.
Now here's White. Just 5 to shoot. Outside, Williams. And again, no good by Chicago.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother them.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Tillman. White against White. Pritchard from outside. And it's Chicago with a board. Smith's got 4 rebounds now. Okoro outside. Now Williams. White, the pass to Smith. Shoots over Pritchard. White with the steal. To the paint. And here they come. Here's Tillman. He's good with a little jumper in close. Tillman's got 4 points in the quarter.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
White against White. Back to Giddey. 11 feet out. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Brown passes to Tillman. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. The Bulls making a switch here. Lou Ellis has checked in. Boston also changing it up. Cada's checked in for Tillman. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Boucher. Okoro outside. White with a steal. Pass to Simons. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Celtics.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, looking at the Eastern Conference this season, as much uncertainty as I can remember with regard to the pecking order. With injuries shifting the balance of power, things very much up in the air. And there's some up-and-coming teams seeming to sense an opportunity to make their move.
Something to watch. All right, Shams, thanks for the report.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
To the inside, here's Cada. Down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
White against Simons. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on White.
A longer guard, 6'5" White, doing a nice job inside.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game now. He misses the free throw. And grant the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum. derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Smith. Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA's steadiest contributors, Kobe White deserves a mention.
He sure does. Players like Kobe White are the foundational pieces that every team needs. He makes smart plays, and he's so consistent. You almost take it for granted.
Now here's Brown. Just 4 to shoot. Boston needs to get off a shot here. White drives in, and it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now. Takes it inside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, great job by White to get the defense on their heels and forcing them to react.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. No good on that one. Good on the second one. Here's Pritchard. Yet to see a basket. Simons outside. Pritchard with a screen on White. White on the wing. Here's the 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Look, shooting off the catch is something White's become really good at.
Okoro outside. Chicago passing it around. Pass to Vucevic. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. And the Celtics making a change here. Hauser's checked in.
Number 30, Sam Hauser.
And so here is Chicago. Outside White. Pass to Vucevic. Banked it in off the glass. 11 points for Nikola Vucevic.
2 physical points from Vucevic. He enjoys bumping down low.
Here's Hauser. Off target from outside.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And it's blocked. Brown scanning the floor. Pass to Queta. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Queta's got 8 points.
Well, Brown is always looking to score, but he's far from a selfish player, and he will move the ball, too.
Now here's Vucevic. Not a lot of room. And he knocks down the 10-footer. He's got 13. And so Simons will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's Brown on the wing. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Isaac Okoro. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
The first free throw is good.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
He does not get the second one. Stan, one thing about Jaylen Brown, he seems so composed out there.
Yeah, B.A., he's very calm. Doesn't waste energy. You love a player who's this focused and calculated.
Now here's White. 7 points in the game.
So much control from White in the mid-range.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Bulls trail by 4. Giddy with it. Pass to Vucevic. The three from Okoro. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. White, the pass to Simons. Here's Brown. They set a pick from the arc. Vucevic with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for Chicago. Here's Buzelis. From down in the low post, it goes.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Pass to Queta.
2 minutes.
White with a screen on Vucevic. Brown inside. Guarded by Okoro. Brown, no good. Chicago has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. To the middle. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
And the defense has to offer more resistance. Can't let guys like Buzelis get this close to the rim.
Now here's Simons. Fires from 14. That's good on the jumper. Simons got 5.
A very high percentage look when the D is nowhere to be seen.
White, the pass to Giddy. 1:02 left in the first half of this game. 6 to shoot. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Vucevic, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. The Celtics with the lead. And here's Brown. 40 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Outside White. And a miss there on the triple.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Vucevic finds Giddy. Back to Vucevic. Shot from the low block. Rebounded by the Celtics. White for 3. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Boston out in front, leading by just 2. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Nikola Vucevic has come to play here in this one.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Reminds me of the good old days. Feed it to the big and let him work.
And the Celtics shooting the ball at 46% from the floor. Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. White and Brown are the wingmen. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Keita in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Brown. Shot clock at 6. Fades back. And it's Chicago with a board.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Here's White. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Pass to Pritchard. And here's Hauser. Here's Keita, covered by Vucevic. Giddey against Brown. Giddey with a defensive effort. And White has got the ball here for Chicago. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Now here's Hauser. Pass to Pritchard. And Stan, this Chicago front office embracing a more patient approach in building with younger players.
Yeah, B.A., and admitting that in recent years they may have skipped steps trying to leap into the playoff picture. So now a change of course has taken place.
And the first one at the line is good. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Pritchard hits them both. And the Bulls, with one playoff game win in the last 8 seasons, the lowest total over any 8-year stretch in franchise history, Stan.
Well, yeah, they've hovered around 500 for the last 4 seasons and been really competitive. But the problem is you can get stuck in that middle. Now, going young, can they find a path back to relevance?
Here's Brown. Chicago making their last shot. White on the wing. Fires for 3. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got his 4th assist in this one. The Bulls trail by 3. Outside White. Chicago passing it around. Here's Buzelis, defended by Hauser. The shot by Buzelis, no good. The Celtics have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Jaylen Brown is rounding out his game in all facets. He said, I've definitely worked on my playmaking, just being able to see the floor, making great reads, trading for my teammates, and putting pressure on the defense. Back to you.
Allie, thanks for the report.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get one.
Here's Buzelis, defended by Hauser. Vucevic's shot is off. Boston leading by 6. Pass to Hauser from behind the arc. And it's Giddey with a rebound. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's Buzelis. Here's Vucevic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, an impressive offensive rebounder. Vucevic isn't afraid of throwing his weight around.
Now here's White. He's got 12. Now here's Brown. Deflects the pass. Queta gets the bucket. Queta's got 10.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Pass to Buzelis. Now here's Vucevic. And here's Giddey. Here's Buzelis. Fires from deep. Boston with a rebound. Hauser's got his 5th rebound in this one. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Giddey against White. Here's Brown. And it's Chicago with a board. Buzelis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Okoro. He's guarded by White. Outside White. Back to Okoro. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Hauser passes to Brown. Again, the miss by Boston.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense. Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Hauser outside. Outside, Brown. Another miss by Brown.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Now here's White. He has 6. He buries it from 3. White's got 9.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Now here's Brown. Guarded by Okoro. Hauser left side. 4-3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Down low. Here's Okoro. And he misses the go-ahead basket. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Brown. Outside White. They set the pick. And here's Pritchard. Giddey defends. Pritchard gets it to go. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Well, once he gets a step to the rim like that, it's going to take more of a defensive effort to force the miss.
Pass to Vucevic. Now here's Giddey. For the tie. And Vucevic gets it to go on the assist from Giddey. Vucevic has got 5 points in the quarter. And Brown has got the ball here for the Celtics. A 6'8" point guard. Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Jones, he's checked in for Chicago. Boston also changing it up. Boucher comes in for Queta. And Walsh is subbed in for Hauser. Outside Pritchard. Boucher on the screen. Takes a 3. He's rebounded by Okoro. Okoro's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Jones. Outside White. Leaps for it. Vucevic, the pass to White. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. And it's a 3-point Chicago lead.
Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
Here's White. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Buzelis. He's got 10. Pass to Okoro. Jones feels it out. Shoots over Pritchard. Jones' shot is good. Celtics trail by 5. Offensively, it's been a struggle for them.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Steps back. And here's White. Picked by Vucevic. Vucevic draws the double. Chicago passing it around. The 3 from Okoro. It's rebounded by Walsh. And for the Celtics, they're shooting a low 29% since halftime. Back to White. Here's Buzelis. Pass to Jones. Here's Buzelis for 3. Gets it. He's 6 for 10 and looking confident out there. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running. Attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
For Chicago, Williams is checked in for Buzelis. DeSumo comes in for Okoro. And Herter's subbed in for White. Boston also changing it up. Tillman's checked in for Jaylen Brown. Shireman comes in for White. And Simon has subbed in for Pritchard. Now here's Simons. 5 points in the game. 5 on the clock. And he can't stop the drought. Another miss.
They are really struggling to stop this run.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Jones' shot is good.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
So it's Boston now. Chicago making their last shot. Simons against Jones. Lets it go from 11. Jones grabs the board. Bulls leading by 10. A minute 20 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Now here's Vucevic, guarded closely. To the middle. And that one is hammered home.
Well, when Simons is making plays for others, this offense becomes even more dangerous.
Outside Jones. Pass to Vucevic. Puts up a 3. No luck on that one.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And the basket by Tillman.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game. But they might need someone else to step up as well.
Outside Jones. To the paint. Here's Herter. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist. Jones has got 3 assists in the game.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
Simons up top, defended by Jones. Simons against Jones. Boucher a screen on Jones. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
And it's It's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Kevin Herter out there with Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Smith in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And it's Simons with the ball for Boston. Boucher a screen on Giddey. And here's Simons outside. Knocks it down from distance.
Textbook pick and roll. Simons is a natural at running these sets.
Giddey scanning the floor. And he drives in. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Now here's Pritchard. Williams grabs the board.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Jones, the pass to Smith. Now here's Giddey. He's covered by Simons. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. And now a 9-point Chicago lead.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Simons passes to Boucher. Pass to Tillman. Now Pritchard, defended by Jones. Boucher outside. The 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Smith's got his 6th rebound on the night. Giddey passes to Williams. Simons with a steal. Now here's Pritchard. Takes the 3. Knocks down the triple.
Well, it seems like Simons is always keeping his options open, always willing to make the pass instead of taking the shot.
Smith no good. Celtics trail by 6. Pritchard, the pass to Boucher, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Smith with a screen on Simons. And that one's good. Giddey. Giddey's got 6 here in the quarter.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Ellis checked in for Williams. Minot's checked in for Boston. Brown comes in for Walsh. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making 3s. Missing? Not so much. Guys?
And Allie, thanks. Now here's Brown. Tries to break his ice. Look at Brown, getting it done inside.
Look, Brown's a great athlete. I love to see him work inside.
Pritchard against Jones. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the 4th. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Giddey. Boston with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Pritchard to pass to Brown. Pass to Tillman. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
Outside Jones, and here's Herter from downtown. Minot pulls it in. Simons against Giddey. Simons passes to Pritchard. Pass to Minot. Here's Tillman, covered by Smith. Oh, look at Brown, banging inside.
And I love how Brown is never in a rush, so calm, even with the shot clock up against him.
And a nice finish on the layup. Giddy's got 8 points in the quarter.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Pritchard, the pass to Tillman. Here's Simons. Chicago with a rebound. Giddy's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. Intercepted. It's Brown on the wing. Herder defending. Here's Buzelis from Pete Giddy. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tillman's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Pritchard. Rebound by the Bulls. On the wing, Jones. Now Giddy. Picked by Smith. Six on the shot clock. Jones from outside. And Pritchard pulls it down. For Boston, they've gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Pass to Minot. Here's Tillman. Herder defending. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That one on Herder.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Okoro comes in for Herder. And it's White in for Jones. And here's White. He'll bring it up to the Chicago Bulls. It's a 1-point game. Vucevic, a screen on White. It's White with a drive. White with a steal. Pulls up for 3. And there's Pritchard. That's good. On the assist by White. Pritchard's got 10 points here in the second half. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
Here's Tillman. Outside, Brown. Misses the 3. Bulls trail by 4. Outside White. Pass to Vucevic. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's 20 points for Nikola Vucevic.
Yeah, Vucevic is having no problem finding chances to score. The defense has to rethink how they're defending.
And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Giddy. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Hauser, he's checked in for Simons. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. Now here's Brown. Guarded by Okoro from 15 feet away. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done to the paint. Here's Giddy. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, look at Giddy stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
For Boston, they've gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the fourth quarter. Outside White. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Pass to White. Three-pointer Pritchard. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And they take the lead. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Oh, man. Massive points from Buzelis. Yes.
Pritchard against Giddey. Right side Brown. Up top White with the shot. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. The Bulls have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far here in the fourth quarter. Yes! Using that window.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Celtics trail by 4. Brown with it. Here's Pritchard. White fires. Oh, no good again that time. Puts up the tray. Brown pulls down the board. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Here's Pritchard. 17-footer is in.
Stepping up in the big moment. I mean, an incredible job of finding his shot.
Nice job taking the initiative. Coaches will encourage you to take that if you have a good look.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Rebounded by Giddey. Chicago leading. White with a screen on Pritchard. Here's Vucevic.
Machine like Vooch when you need him most. He's a reliable offensive option who comes through for his club.
Now here's Pritchard. Here's the pass to Brown. From 12 feet out. Cleared away by White.
Might be time for a little different approach. This shot hasn't been falling here in the second half.
Now Vucevic. Straight in.
Big Boots with a big bucket. That is clutch.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Now here's Brown. Connect!
Oh, assertive play there by Brown. Rising to the challenge of the moment.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for 2, Josh Giddey.
So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Taking care of business at the line, and he adds some cushion to their lead.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Bulls, Nikola Vucevic. Taking 2 points.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Well, with his rebounding and scoring, Vucevic is a nightly double-double threat.
And so he drops them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And this one feels just about over.
Yeah, they'll play it out, but I think it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
Chicago with the ball. They're on a 16-4 run. Outside White. So the Bulls win it. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.